which lane to go for.
It's volatility. So I see on my bot side that there is a Blitzkrieg and a Thresh, which is pretty volatile since both supports are gonna be engaging supports and they're gonna want to fight a lot.
Hmm.
Also, it's the top lane. I don't remember what's the enemy top laner, but I think it's Urgot has range, but it's not that much of a range, right?
Hmm.
So if it's melee against melee, it's also gonna be volatile. And it also depends on what
Sure.
summoners they take, which is either gonna be TP or it's gonna be combat summoners.
Hmm.
So right here on this game, I don't remember much what it is. I think the mid lane that I have, usually it's very hard for me to play around mid lane unless they use either key abilities or if they're actually gonna be looking to be a farming lane. I think it's better to play if we want to play around mid lane to play through skirmishes, unless they use those skill abilities, right? That's my thought process right here.
Yeah.
Now in this game,
Yeah.
I see that
It's a
it's a
good way to
set
think
top.
about it.
I see that it's a set top. Mhm. One thing that I was told by Jackson on the last coaching session is that since I play a lot of invading champions like Elise, Lee Sin, Graves in this case scenario, and if I play against farming champions or any conservative champions, he was like, okay, focus on trying to play a invading style. So I was like, okay, both side top side are probably volatile. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do red into blue and see how it goes, right? So I hop over the
Yeah.
wall, go into his blue side, take his blue side camps, see on top side if there's gonna be a fight. And I remember that this is gonna have this happens right now. I don't see myself having much pride on the mid lane after this wave, since I looked at it and I saw the fight on the
Yeah.
top side, so I wanted to go towards the fight. Sadly, this
Yeah.
happens, so I kind of pivot towards my top side camps after that.
Mhm.
I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be collapsed by the enemy jungler, but since I see the TP and I see the set block, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's playable right here, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a free kill.
Mm-hmm. We end up killing him. I don't remember if I stay for the set TP or if I just like
Hmm.
go out. I pinged for the Mumu because I think after that play or after me taking the top side camps, he's gonna be invading, and he is invading, as you can see on the minimap.
Okay, so the game's going pretty well for you
Mm.
because your bot lane had prio, or like they had an earlier reset. So
Right here, I was wondering if I should have just like skipped my camps and go towards that skirmish, or should I just like keep doing what I'm doing right now? Mm. Mm.
you should definitely be looking bot here. I mean, look at them on the mini map.
Yeah. For a moment, I thought I was gonna go for his second spot on what is it called on Raptors, since I thought he
Hmm.
probably started that because of the pathing that we saw earlier.
Yeah. So you
Mm.
kind of you missed an opportunity to go bot when they were like all the way under your tower.
Mm.
Um, you also need to be looking at the lanes that you're actually playing around. Like
Mm.
you went mid there, but Ari was really low HP.
Mm.
The other two were quite strong, and Amumu had spent his gold, and you haven't. And so it's not really a good opportunity to look for a 2v2 mid lane, but I
Mm.
like you didn't really see what was going on bot lane to know if that would be a good play.
Yeah.
And now here you should just insta recall.
I lost more time like walking there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 30 to CS. It's 24. Or what? That process was just like trying to cover for it for a possible dive. But I mean, Urgot went in and it was free at that point. Oh my god. Nice try, nice try, nice try. Well then, I need you guys to like minimize the fucking thing that you guys are doing. Okay, they found a pick. So this I should have gotten my mid lane prior and trying to go into the enemy jungle or go either top side, right?
Yeah. Because of how far Orianna is playing up, I think it was good to go mid here. But like normally it won't really happen, so like my first thought would be to go into his top side, yeah.
I'm still having this struggle with the camera not having enough information. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good play to turn on him. Yeah, I mean, enemy team is taking really bad fights this game.
Yeah, they're.
Skip ahead a little bit.
That's amazing. That's huge.
So here, I'm guessing that you ran out topside because you wanted to play for Dragon.
Mm-hmm. And I see a set pushing as well. Get my item spike.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, you. Oh, I see. You didn't actually end up recalling. Hold on.
No, I went to clear my last cap, I guess, on the top side.
Ah.
And then I try to recall afterwards to get my item, my first item, full item.
I see. Yeah. So here, I think it's better just to recall.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, like,
That's amazing.
what do you think?
That's huge.
Like, do you think you still would have stayed? Looking back at this.
Looking back at this, how much gold do I have? I don't know, cause don't I want to also put these top side camps in cooldown as fast as possible? I need to get my items and with the timer on the drink? I don't remember what it was at that point.
It's over a minute still.
I think this is way valuable than the other.
The thing that I think about is like Um, so the distance, like, to go all the way around to your Krugs from
Mhm.
here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty long. And then you also go down to your Raptors afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Um, from here, so it's a pretty significant difference. And when you do these two camps,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to like desynchronize them from the rest of your camps, right?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to if you instantly recall, it's like it's a bit longer to come out of base, but then you don't have to waste time later going out to wolves, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
you can just wait, hold on, how do I undo? Um, instead you can just run out from here and then go in a straight line from camp to camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I like about recalling is that you didn't have any like significant changes in terms of how much gold you're gonna spend, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, doing the Krugs and Raptors gives you like one more longsword that you wouldn't normally be able to buy, but you already are getting your core item and your boots. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the other thing is that when you stay on the map like this, you're going to be farming your camps less quickly because when you have the gold spent, it will actually make it like significantly faster to farm those camps.
Oh, okay.
So doing this route of taking the top camps first
Mm-hmm.
and then recalling and then going to the bot camps will be slower overall in terms of your jungle clear. Um, than going back to base first with that much gold. And like I said, the next clear after that, then you're gonna have to wait, right? You can't just do like 4 camps in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So I would only really think about doing these camps first if uh, um if you're getting gold for a key item.
Oh, okay. That sounds very. That sounds way better actually.
Or if you have enough time, another option,
Yeah.
which I don't really like because of how much gold you had to spend. Like I said, spending, like 2,000 gold is gonna make a big difference on your clear speed. But let's say it was just like 800 gold, something like that. Then another thing you could do if you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
is run from here, do the entire full clear, and then recall and then run out. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a little bit slower in terms of clearing, but it like will maximize your gold value for the dragon fight if you need.
Mm-hmm. What is the actual? Well, the best thing that I can see right here is probably back right now after the grubs, and then go for my item, then come back, clear it, and I'm gonna be not having like as much gold as I would do in the last one that you said with the for the maximizing gold for the dragon. But I think it's
I
way
like
more
this.
efficient, isn't it?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I like recalling there because you have so much gold. Because the problem is um if you full clear first, your full clear will take like 10 to 15 more seconds than if you spent this 2,000 gold,
Mm-hmm.
especially because it's Yumu's on Graves, so you're even going to be walking in between camps faster.
I need to get my item spike.
Right
See the
now,
people outside.
you see how I pinged like that I'm don't know where the Amumu is. In these sort of moments, I lose already
I think this
like
is way valuable than the other.
notion either of the map or where his pathing is gonna be. What should I do to regain that sort of
Coming
knowledge.
from base.
Just like deep ward onto his jungle?
It's pushing onto the mid. We know this guy.
So you know that he's. Hold on. Let's go back to the last time we actually see him, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it was on the fight of the Grubs, where he died.
Yep. So here,
Mhm.
you should think Amumu probably came bot to top, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most likely when he respawns and runs out,
Mhm.
like these grubs are already gone, so it's not like he's going to come contest them. So most likely he's going to run out bot, right? And he respawns now.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think, and again, like your mid lane is recalling. You know that he's not going to gank that.
Mhm.
So his only options are to maybe run to your bot side or to his bot side.
So if he dies on one side of the map, he's gonna be coming back towards the opposite side of the map because he's either gonna think that I'm taking either his camps or the objective on that side.
Well, I would expect, I don't know for sure, but like it's very likely that he took his wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he came up to top side.
Yes.
And so that means there's not going to be as much, but like his Krugs and Raptors are respawning. Also, if you just look at the map of like who's on it, maybe he could look for like a dive or like a lane gank on bot side.
Mm-hmm.
And so just in general, there's a lot more to play for him bot right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can know like, okay, based off the time that he respawns, he's probably going to be doing kind of like a mirror of your clear. So like he'll probably be doing Krugs around now, and then just go to Raptors.
If the case were to where he would want to do a lane gank
Amazing.
Hmm
That's huge.
and that didn't happen, right? Like it's just a supposition.
Yeah.
What would have more value since I'm gonna have my camps up? I'm coming back from base. Should I just go for countering the lane gank that he's trying to do, or should I go in term like to my camps since I have like full camps up?
The thing is, if you like doing the camps will always give you value,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whereas like you said, and it looks like he was maybe even hovering bot.
Yes.
If you go there and then he's farming your camps, or and then he's farming his camps, then you're just kind of wasting your time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would still do what we said, just take grubs,
Mm-hmm.
recall, go top side, and then let's say that your bot doesn't get that 2v2 kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I would spam ping danger on like the bot lane bushes where Amumu could be.
Okay.
And the other thing about that is like, you know that you're going to be super strong and you want to play on your timers to get dragon. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if so, like you don't want to rush to fight immediately. You know, you'd rather get your camps first because you know if you get the resources you need and then take a fight as a team that you'll win that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so if you were behind, then maybe you'd have to look for plays like that, right? But Graves isn't really like that playmaking kind of champion. Like if you were a Mumu, then maybe there would be some value in just running out and ganking bot instead, because you could look for engages on them and like flip the game back into your favor.
I need to get my item spike.
But I'd prefer just
That's pushing.
taking resources because you're such a resource heavy champ right now. You can't really afford to skip camps that much.
That champion's surprisingly really strong.
Holy shit.
So looking back at this, like, what do you think you could have?
I probably could have like either chose to take in my camps, or in that fight I probably could have focused the Yunara instead of the Blitzcrank.
I agree. But I think actually,
Mhm.
um, you might want to skip this camp. But the problem is you don't know because
I'm not looking at
you're
the
not
map.
looking at the bot lane, right?
Yeah.
Because the issue is Ashe was already at like 1 HP by the time you got to the fight. But if you just walk here instead of finishing the Grump, then maybe you can just 3v2 and focus Yunara.
Mhm.
But the thing is your Ashe starts fighting like now. Let me see. Yeah. Like now she's fighting, right? And so if you were where Thresh was, then maybe it would be a bit easier.
Mhm.
The other thing is, right now you also have another important piece of information on the map. Because you see that Ahri is coming down to help you guys. And so now you should also think if you stall out the fight, then
Ari's gonna come and wipe them all.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, in terms of like yeah, so something I didn't really like about this fight is just like yeah, for one thing you focus the Blitzcrank, which isn't gonna do anything.
Mhm.
Especially with your smoke screen, because imagine like if you place the smoke screen in between yourself and Yunara right now,
Mhm.
it's gonna be really hard for her because she can't hit any of you, you know? If you just like cover this area in between the minions with your smoke screen.
Mhm.
Instead, like the smoke screen honestly like completely misses. I mean, you hit the damage part of it, but this isn't actually like providing any value.
Mhm.
Um, and I also don't like how you insta E that way, you know? If the goal is to like fight them, you should probably E on top of Yunara.
Mhm.
If the goal is just to kill Blitzcrank, then you should probably E back towards your Ashe and stay away from the Yunara. But here, like, the dash doesn't really do anything. You're just staying in range of the person that's hitting you, but you're not hitting them back. But yeah, I agree. You probably should have focused Yunara if you wanted to do this fight.
Holy shit.
So I have positioning
And
problems
now, like,
as well.
yeah. I mean, luckily, Ahri is pretty
Shouldn't
good
have
there.
stayed there, should I?
My
Yeah.
goat. My goat.
Yeah, it could be risky, right? Because, like, how much HP Yunara had,
My baby shark.
Yeah.
she could sometimes turn that against Ahri if she outplays.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be.
And now here, like, you should know that Amumu probably took his Raptors, right?
Take this.
I guess in this case, maybe they.
Let's take two.
I'd actually be curious. Did these ones respawn, or did he just never take them in the first place?
He took them, but the fight on both sides took quite a bit of time. And I think I saw him
I see.
somewhere on the
So it
map.
was enough to. You saw him top lane. And again, like, doesn't really make too much sense why the enemy team is fighting, but it's good for you guys.
GG. Pull it.
farm, get item.
Yeah. I mean, you can pretty much just like perma fight all of them, right? So.
I think right now the game's already over for them.
Yeah. I mean, there's. Yeah, pretty much nothing else to watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
One small thing, I think you should probably have finished your merc treads faster in this game.
Yeah, I usually delay a lot my second tier boots. Do you think I should be doing it right after my first item or like before my first item?
It just depends on the comp. Like, I like delaying the boots a lot on Graves as well. But
Also, I wanted to ask, what is the value? Is there a big value on tier 3 boots to finish them as fast as possible, or it also depends?
Well, it depends on what you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in this game, they don't really have that much damage. But they are pretty tanky, and like, you know, getting the LDR faster would be a big value to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, Merc Treads gives so much value into Amumu and Orianna and Blitzcrank.
Mm-hmm.
That like you definitely need at least the Merc Treads, especially because of the tenacity. If the enemy team comp has like a lot of threats that can kill you, or assassins or things like that, then getting the upgraded boots, like tier 3, has a lot more value. So it should be kind of obvious, like if they have a lot of burst, that's when you'd get the most value. It's almost like buying a hex drinker. You know,
Oh, didn't know that.
just in terms of it gives you, you know, 1 to 200 damage more that you can tank.
So you buy it for like the damage that they do, not for like the movement speed, right?
Yeah, no, it's always
Because that's
it's just a
that's
defensive option versus offensive, you know.
that's the debate I had with my top laner, since I played last year on a Diamond Masters League, and
Yeah.
we were debating. So what's the actual reason why I should buy tier 3 boots, and in what occasions do I have to buy it? And he was like, oh, probably because it's just the movement speed that is way better, that you can get to lanes faster, right? I was like, is that the case?
Well, I mean, they also changed it to make it more like based off the defense that it gives you rather than like move speed.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be more focused around the move speed, but now it's like now it just gives you a tank option.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think should be the things that I should be working on?
Yeah, good question. I agree. Like, I would continue working on looking at your lanes. And there's kind of a really useful process that I like to use, which is mostly focusing on 2 things in terms of your camera movement. Whenever you're clearing camps, you should be using your camera to check on the closest lane to you, because that's the one that you can influence quickly if you need to. So when you were splitting the top side against the Mumu, like level 1, when you go and invade his blue, you should be looking at top permanently to see if it ever becomes gankable, which it did. Other thing that I like to do is when you spend time recalling and walking out of base, you're not really doing anything else. So you should be looking at the lanes that you're going to path to. So, or like to walk out to, you know. So if you recall and you start walking towards your bot side,
Mm-hmm.
you should be checking bot because sometimes you can gank before doing the camps. Sometimes you can counter gank, things like that. And that will help in situations like when, you know, when we talked about the Gromp that you could have skipped.
Mm-hmm.
That will just help you see in advance because you can already be like making the decision as you're walking since you don't need to be controlling your champion. Another thing,
Mm-hmm.
I think is being more communicative with your team, like pinging them in advance. For example, level 3 gank top. You knew that the map was split.
Yes.
And so when you see top lane in that state, you should think their top lane is sort of screwed over because they're fighting a lot, but you're the only jungle on that side. And so if your top lane just relaxed for a little bit, the enemy top lane will 100% die to a gank. But
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, you never like danger pinged him back or never really checked on the lane or like indicated that you were going to go there. And so in higher elo, it's
Mhm.
going to be like obvious that you can gank that lane because he'll see what you're doing. But like he didn't really have the map awareness, and so you need to tell them.
I didn't
So
understand.
just use.
What
Oh,
do
sorry,
I
go
have
ahead.
to do in this situation? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, let me share my screen again.
Yes, sir.
Like here, for example, right?
Look at your
Um,
screen. Yes.
you should be. You should ping on the way to Urgot, and when he starts fighting, I think it's in about like 10 seconds from now. Yeah, see, so Urgot starts fighting right now, right? You should be pinging on your way top. Like first you should be checking it, but then you should just be danger pinging, because there's no need for Urgot to fight to the death right now, when you can just walk up there and kill Set in a second, because the wave is going to be pushing towards Urgot since it just crashed under Set's tower.
Mm-hmm.
So now like Set's lane should be unplayable. What I think happens is that it looks like Urgot E's in there and like all ins the Set.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can kind of influence your team by like letting them know what you're doing. Because if you just eat out there, then like the wave is perfect. It's going to be impossible for Set to survive the next gank. Another example is like
Never mind, never mind, never mind.
like that was good. You use your danger pings to let your team know what you're doing. I think it was on the next bot lane fight.
I think I pinged the Urgot whenever I'm trying to hover him. Should I have pinged him on that moment?
Sorry, in which moment?
The moment that we just passed whenever I was trying to hover for the dive. Where he flashes, flips Set into tower, I smoke screen, and then Set just dies to the Urgot ulti. Right there.
Yeah. So this one, if it were me, I'd probably start running around. Also, like again, you should be skipping Krugs here, you know?
Isn't it a big wave to fight in this, or should? Because that was like my first thought process. I was like, okay, if I skip this gank, is I think it's gonna be a big wave because where the waves coming are right now, and there's gonna be another wave coming for the set, right?
Um, the wave the wave isn't that big, but like another one key piece of information is that Urgot is level 6, and so you don't really have to do much. You just need to help him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, when you look at that fight, when you see Set using ult, you should just immediately start running.
Or what?
I don't mind like doing the Krugs when you start hitting the Krugs here because it's like you can get level 5 and then go.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as you see this, then you should start running over
Okay.
because you know that Set is about to fight him to the death here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you start wrapping around now, then you'll be behind him in like 2 or 3 seconds. And the thing is, like, I feel like it was kind of greedy that you stayed by your tower here instead of wrapping around, because if Set just leaves, then you can't catch him anymore. But if you start wrapping around now, then there's no way for him to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of got lucky because he just chose to dive without having any vision of you guys. But in that case, so like what I would do is start running around the tri-bush
Mm-hmm.
and then just pinging your Urgot to stay safe because it shouldn't, like, he shouldn't really be diveable at that HP. Like, Set can never get a kill here, so you just need to make sure how you guarantee that he dies. But he gets greedy and does this for some reason. But normally, like, he should just be walking out. And because you did your Krugs, if he just walked out 2 seconds ago,
Mm-hmm.
if he just crashes the wave and then walks out, then you can never catch him from this position. But if you were 2 or 3 seconds past, like, tri-bush, then you could smoke screen, chain it into Urgot ult, and get the kill there.
Oh. Okay, I just wrote it down.
Oh my god.
So yeah, just make sure, like,
Oh,
Oh, and yeah, another thing that we spoke about on the last session was that I need to pull more of my objectives.
mhm.
That way
Yeah,
the
that could be
enemy
helpful.
that way the enemy chooses to either trade their lives for it or
Yeah. I mean, it's good into, like, Amumu here, right?
yes.
And here, I didn't really look at it. Maybe you could have fought bot first instead of doing dragon, probably.
Yeah.
But that is more so about, like, map awareness again, right?
Yes, sir. Is there a number of
So,
times that I should look at the lanes before while I do my camps? So I'm still struggling with that.
if it's okay, I'm going to share a replay of one of my recent games, okay?
Yes.
1 second. Make sure it works. For some for some reason, it's not like full screen properly, so it's kind of scuffed. But
It's fine. Whatever sort of content that I can get reference from, it's very good. I'm very eager to improve since I feel like expectations over me for like the past years were very high, and right now the level of gameplay that I show it's very, very, very low.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good mentality to have. Um, so in this game, I'm playing Pantheon jungle. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, the lanes are. Okay, hold on. I don't actually remember who the enemy laners are. Oh yeah, so it's Kled into Kale top. And then Ashe and Soraka versus Samira Blitzcrank
Mhm.
bot. And I know like Ashe and Soraka should win that lane pretty hard, but the enemy will want to fight them. So I want to path bot, right? As opposed to pathing towards the Kale, who like, I mean, it would be an option to path towards Kale as well,
Mhm.
but like, because it's a Blitzcrank and we actually win the 3v3, I'm happy to go bot here. Okay.
How do you know that you win the 3v3 in that situation?
A lot of times, I just know that Ashe is quite a bit stronger than Samira in lane because she outranges her,
Mhm.
and is like a very strong early game champion. Samira, you know, has a pretty difficult time into these high range champions like Ashe, Caitlyn, Senna. They're all super strong into her and can bully her out.
Mhm.
And then my champion is also very, very good early game. Plus we have a lot of CC that we can chain into each other, which sort of hard counters Samira. And so here, I'm just planning to path top to bot, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on here so that I can immediately react to anything that starts happening. And you see, as a team, we just kind of walk there. I know after this, I shouldn't have started a potion. If I didn't start a potion, I could recall and get a longsword right now.
Mhm.
But I didn't really expect like an invade to happen, honestly, or like for us to get a kill. So now instead I just wait, I charge my passive back up, and then start pathing down. And oh, it's going backwards. One. What you'll see I'm doing is just like constantly keeping an eye on how the lanes are going, especially top and mid right now.
Mhm.
Because for example, like if they start fighting to the death, then I could maybe do a level 3 gank or a level 2 gank. I see like nothing really too interesting is happening, and I know there's not going to be a gank angle here, so I can just continue with a plan of full clearing these camps. I think the more like informative parts come later though, so I'm going to try to skip ahead a little bit. And now you see like as I get down to bot side, now I've stopped looking top and I'm mostly looking bot, right?
Mhm. Oh my god, your clear is
Kind of.
insanely fast.
I also use a smite here because the most important thing is to get prio here because we have a pushing lane. And if we
Mhm.
get prio, then I don't need to flip a fight smite.
Oh.
I can just fight with Sylas.
Mhm.
For some champions, you can already have a fast enough clear without using smite, but for Pantheon, you need to use smite if you want to get like ahead on time for scuttle. And here I don't use an ability because I want to keep my empowered stacks for a fight. And here I'm gonna pause it. I want you to tell me what you would do in this situation.
Your, I mean, what is the position of your mid laner? You have Prio through the bot side.
Mid lane is directly on top of Scion right now.
I think the skirmish should be still fine, since your bot side can rotate, or you can help your bot side push the wave to get Prio, but that you would lose the scuttle and get double scuttle at that point. So I guess the skirmish is way better, has more value, is 300 gold from the kill on Silas plus the scuttle. Plus the addition of the Scion wants to rotate down and be stupid, right? Which I don't think it's gonna
Yeah.
happen in DCLU.
Yeah. Well, mid lane is fighting right now. I don't know exactly what's happening.
Mhm.
The problem is our bot lane is kind of far from Silas right now. Okay.
Mhm.
And if I were Silas, what I would do is just walk. He would get to mid lane first, potentially be able to impact the fight,
Mhm.
but at least like for sure get top scuttle, and then it's fine for him. Okay.
Mhm.
And so I think the best play here is just doing this, which is instantly flashing on him, because I'm not actually trying to kill him here. I expect that he can just flash away. But
Mhm.
because I do this, then it pushes him out and we'll have control of bot and mid.
And he denies his play on the mid lane if he wants to impact
Exactly.
after this.
Yep. Because if I don't do anything on him, then he'll be able to get away and trade something.
Mhm.
And my bot lane is too far, so just walking him isn't fast enough. But like their bot lane is far as well, right? So I have a window to fight him right then. He trolls it, like he doesn't have to E back in, he just does for fun. So but the kill isn't the point. And now here, would you cross the top scuttle crab or recall?
I would check on mid lane, check where the wave is at, and if the wave is at a good side, I would actually instantly recall. It's not worth for me staying too much time on the map.
Exactly.
It delays
It's
my
so long to
control.
cross this. It's the exact same thing that we talked about before.
Mhm.
Getting scuttle crab isn't going to meaningfully impact my recall. And it's just gonna delay time when like walking from scuttle to scuttle is actually pretty far. It's similar distance as just walking from base to gromp, so I'd rather do that instead. It's much more valuable. And here I kind of changed my mind because I remember this now. I know that Silas is going out topside, right?
Mhm.
Because his only plays are Krugs or top scuttle.
Mhm.
And I see that my bot lane is full HP and their bot lane is like this, right?
Mhm.
So now I have another option, but insta recalling would definitely be like the second option.
So
And
you're
I
gonna
know I
do
have like
this.
I have almost infinite time.
Since your Kled's coming back from base, he's able to defend your top side camps because of the prio, and your mid lane also has prio.
Yeah, exactly. But even if I lose these topside camps, I'd be fine with it because the dive is going to be so bad. Like the Samira will be completely out of the game if she dies on this wave.
Mhm.
Also, a little trick here, I can see watch my Q right here.
Mhm.
Do you see how it stops at the edge there?
Yeah, that means he hit someone.
So normally it would go the full length, but because it stopped, I knew that Samira used W on it, even though I didn't see her W.
Oh.
So here I misplayed because I get hit, but like the point is it's so
It still worked because she loses a wave.
yeah, exactly. Even going 2 for 2 would be very worth it here.
So I guess you're gonna come back to the bot side expecting he already took your top side camps?
Well, I know that I at least have the Wolves timer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's also possible like that he's bad and doesn't take my Gromp. So here I kind of want to check my Gromp, which is like I should probably expect it to be down. But the other thing is I know Silas is going to be Like, I know he didn't take my wolves because they just respawned. And he didn't have time to do all of his top side plus my Gromp and Scuttle.
Mhm.
So I know that he's still going to be somewhere around the river, possibly. And if you look at the map from Silas's perspective, he would probably gank top here. And so I sort of just want to run out top to be able to help. I even kind of make a mistake because I'm like hesitating, but I should just immediately run top. And now I can impact that. Like if Silas chose to all in Kled,
Mhm.
then I would be in time to clean it up. And then here,
You choose to.
I don't know why I don't press tab earlier, but now I press tab. And what does this tell you?
You're way stronger
you-
than the Silas.
Yeah, but also look at his CS.
32 CS, that means he top 1 camp, so that was the Gromp, and he hasn't taken his camps on the top side.
Exactly. So I know he's on Krugs right now.
Mhm.
Otherwise, if I saw that he was at 36 CS, it would be a waste of time to go here. And you
So-
can see I saw that I saw that Scuttle Crab was gone when I walked by it because it went off the minimap.
Mhm.
Silas is actually insane there. He got that smite actually. Pretty nuts. But now,
You stay there to
Again.
catch the KO.
exactly. Because it's the same thing of knowing what the enemy jungle can do, right?
Mhm.
There's no way that Silas can really stay top here. He has to go to his Raptors, and so it's the same situation as the bot. There's nobody who can defend this. I see Blitzcrank bottom lane, so I know support can't be there either. And so even though like Kale's only option was to just like stand under tier 2 tower. Actually, her best option was probably to go mid, honestly, and just do 2v1 with Sion. Like that's how bad it is for her. If she didn't go top, I would just wait for the wave to crash, wait for like the melee minions to die, and then just run to my bot side
Okay.
to defend them from Silas. But instead she does that. Now in retrospect, I made a mistake here. What do you think I should have done differently instead of walking towards my wolves here?
Should have path differently. You could have path towards your bot side, or like hover over the mid lane.
Yeah, I should have pathed through mid lane
Yeah.
and then gone to Raptors because I should be worried about Silas stealing my Raptors here since he knew that I was top. He
Mhm.
could do like his Raptors, his Wolves, and then go to my Raptors. So I'm trolling by going to Wolves. And then if I was mid, it would have like helped the play. But the most important thing is going to my Raptors here.
After you make an aggressive play, you have to make a defensive one.
Exactly. Just anticipating what the enemy Silas will do. And you see I'm just always like hovering with my camera, the lanes that I might want to play on.
Mhm.
And here, like, I know Sion will want to push out this wave, so it's a good look here. I just decided to chunk him out because if Azir can cancel his recall, then it makes it harder for him to play.
Mhm.
And I think, yeah, Silas barely gets it in time.
Oh, no hook.
But now yeah. You see, like, our bot lane just has a lot of prio, so it kind of worked out playing for them this game. And here I'm like, I really want to do the same thing, right? It's like the exact same
Mhm.
situation.
I always panic on these
Oh.
sort of situations when there is two and the wave hasn't crashed.
Yeah, and you saw like what I did with the wave there a little bit, right?
Yeah, you pulled the wave out.
Yeah, because it's if I let my team push it, it's gonna take too long. But in
Mhm.
retrospect, like my team starts walking up instead of just pushing the wave like they should have. And so now it becomes risky because in this situation, it's different because I know Silas can walk out of base here towards us. But like we're so strong that I think it's still fightable. It just comes down to like how much you trust your mechanics, you know? And there's like Soraka didn't need to get hit, but it's still kind of fun. And again here, there's no reason like alright, so in this case I still need gold to get my completed item, right?
Mhm.
And I know I'm not really gonna be looking for a fight until I've spent my gold and I get my ultimate. So in this case I might as well just do these camps. And here it's like Pantheon specific, right? But as soon as I get my ult, I can counter gank. But normally I wasn't expecting him to gank mid lane, so there I would probably just take my Krugs, take my red, and then if I had enough gold to reset, go back and buy my full item. And then play my top side. But if I didn't have enough gold to buy my full item, I'd probably just keep clearing until I did. And the difference here is that, like, let's say I did my red buff and then I recalled, right?
Mhm.
I would be in a good position to instantly fight because both objectives are up and I would have my ultimate. Whereas, like, if you remember in your game after you did the grubs,
Mhm.
there weren't objectives to play for and you weren't on like a specific timer that you would want to fight. So there actually wasn't anything better to do than farm anyway.
Mhm.
Which is why, if that's the case, then you shouldn't desync your camps. You should just do them all in a line. So,
Right.
but here after the Silas dies, it changes the game plan, right? Because I know my red buff and his blue buff are on the same timer, and so I can just adapt to that. I feel like, you know, you probably would have had the same thought process as well.
I hope so.
Okay, now do you think recall or do red buff?
Doesn't red buff give you your item right here?
I think it's like 1650, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe that that's true, but I'm also thinking my team just got chunked out and I don't have ultimate.
Mhm.
And so it sort of gives me time to do my camps. Like I'm not in a rush to get that huge spike and go fight them now. So the situation sort of changes. Before I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna have my ult. If I do these camps, I'll get a big like power spike, and then I can come out with ult. But after I use the ult, because there's a different opportunity that like I adapted to,
Mhm.
then it changes the game plan. And so now I'm not even really looking at the fight. I just want to grab these camps. And like I
So
said, I
you're
just
doing
keep.
the second option that you told me last time, where you just cycle your camps, right?
Yeah, exactly. And again here, um, yeah, exactly. It's that exact option. Um, but then here, right,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm doing my blue buff, I'm also adapting because I'm looking at these lanes and I see that it's gankable again. So like as I'm doing my camps, I'm instantly ready to move.
That's good.
So instead of starting my blue buff, I just instantly go there. And then here, what would you do in this situation?
You pull the wave, that way your mid lane's in a better spot.
Yeah, exactly. Very smart. And I think the reason that I pull it to bot side here is I think maybe Silas might want to go towards scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
And like we also have this ward, so if I recall here, I feel like I'll be safer to not get cancelled. So the other option would just be to pull it towards the top side, but like we don't have vision and it's maybe puts me at a tiny risk of Silas, so I just do this instead.
But Silas died on the coming from the top side on that gank. Wouldn't be like more efficient to just like pull them to the opposite side?
I think that because of how small the death timers were,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to the fact that, and maybe like in retrospect it would have worked. So he respawns now,
Mm-hmm.
and I know I'm gonna have to hold the wave for a while because the wave is still behind my tier 2.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of close. Like if I go top side, I'd be dropping it now, and Silas would be running out with home guards, and then I take like 7 seconds to recall. So it's just a small risk there.
Oh.
And then the other thing that I'm worried about
Mm-hmm.
is Silas has another option, which is to go like dive bot because I'm recalling right now. And so I just communicate that with my team. Ping Silas and then type. And I'm just like watching bot lane to figure out, you know, if it looks like he might go there, I would want to ping them back. But I see like my bot lane is respecting them, so it's kind of fine. And they're even warding, which is great. So grubs are free, right? There's nothing really to talk about there. I get another opportunity just to gank. But you'll see there's so many opportunities just because I'm perma watching the lane that's closest to me.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like,
still so hard for me to I don't know why. I'm struggling with that right now.
okay, now in this situation, what do you think you would do? Because probably multiple of his camps are up. There's the last scrub that's up. I could ult top lane, I could ult bot lane, I could go dragon. So tons of, or I could recall. So like tons of potential plays. What do you think you would do in this situation?
Probably look for his camps on the top side, since we just saw him path from and just like straight for a fight after the play. It would give you what, 200 gold, but also there is the play that you could deny like around, what is it called, like 300 gold on the top side.
Invading the top side could be good.
Now that I see, because I didn't see that there was a dragon up though. So
Oh
that
yeah,
would give
bonus
you
option.
way more gold, and it's way safer since you guys just push the mid lane and you have prio on the bot side.
We have double prio in these lanes, so I think like might as well use that, right? but I'm still even looking bot because, and the reason that I check bot there
Mhm.
is because I think maybe there's a world that they walk up onto this next wave and I ult them. Because right now the issue is if I didn't see them, I wouldn't know their health bars, right?
Wouldn't there be a potential risk in this objective of a fight though? By the mid, but well, I don't know. The mid laner still has to back, right? And your Kled's pretty healthy right now. But the Sylas
Well,
coming in from base.
because of how much stronger we are in the 3v3, it's pretty safe. And we have this extra tempo on them. So when they run in, it's going to be hard for them to enter. Because like Ashe and Soraka will be able to hit them and zone them away here. And so having the prio like helped us to get this good position faster. But I think the bigger factor is like I'm 6-1, you know, so I'm not afraid to
That's
take
true.
3v3s even. And here I think about it, but you can see the way that she's playing. Or actually wait, yeah. Let me, so in this situation, do you think it would be good to ult Samira or no? And like, if so, why? If not, why?
Not especially because we don't have full information on where the Blitzkrieg's at, and we know the Sylas is coming back from base, right?
Yeah, though I know like, so if I hit an ult here though, I wouldn't really be worried about the fight. There's actually kind of a bigger problem. And the thing is, there's so much on the map to do in terms of camps, and like, there are also permanently going to be plays to make in these lanes. And I'm pretty sure that she has flash, because I don't remember seeing her use it anytime recently. And so if I ult, it's pretty much just going to be that she'll flash out of it, and then I just wasted my time and my ult. So it's actually not the fight that I'm worried about. It's just that I see it's bad for my tempo, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather fight here. And again, I'm just watching top, right? And so as soon as Sylas comes in, it makes it really easy. I can just ult on top of here. Kind of unfortunate. I comboed poorly there. We could have killed her in stun, I think, but anyway. So you see, most of these plays are just coming from me making decisions around my tempo. And then watching the map and reacting to it. And now I changed my decision because I see that bot lane died. And also I have a very important piece of information about Kayle. So this has actually been like a repeating theme in this replay, is that I know nobody can be here to help her. And I have a position that I can end the game for her. And so here, just watch how it plays out. It's pretty funny actually. Like I'm spam pinging Kled to go here. Just watch this. It's kind of funny actually. I literally just stand here waiting for him to ult. Because like, it's impossible. Like she's already dead here. There's no way for her to outplay it.
She doesn't have
like,
ulti.
I could wait another 10 seconds and we would still get the kill. Because that's just gonna happen 100%.
What? Goodness gracious. I wanna be that kill.
And now I think like, I mean, for one thing, I'm already stronger than this Sylas, so I don't mind fighting this. And I have Kled, and like, Sylas's only counterplay is to go to my bot side, so I might as well do this. Because, you know, if he somehow manages to defend his camps, then like, it's fine. I can just go back to bot side. But then if he's doing my bot side camps, I need to be taking something on the other side. Does that make sense, right? And then
Yes.
we have some more random fighting, but it doesn't really matter, right? That's kind of the main things I wanted to show you that game.
Okay.
And so something that you'll constantly need to be working on as a jungler
Mm-hmm.
is just being decisive in these calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could see even in that game, there were a few times that I was indecisive, which was bad. But in a lot of the plays, I was very decisive, like that last play on Kale, the dive on bot,
Okay.
because I'm tracking their
Hi, boy.
information and I'm playing around the information that I have, their CS, where the enemy jungle is going,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes it easier to have these like impactful plays. And also same thing with like clearing camps, you know? If I know I'm not gonna fight, then I just clear my camps.
Mm-hmm.
But I've honestly been super impressed. It seems like you have a very good understanding of how to improve at the game and the things you need to be looking at.
Yeah, it's just that probably one of like the things that I've been like struggling a lot is with. I did notice like whenever I started struggling that it was one of the things was the camera movement.
Mhm.
But first I didn't think it had like that much impact on my gameplay. I did notice that it does have a lot
Mhm.
to do with it, and I started crying and getting frustrated over my performances. Being stuck in this list is no longer something that I'm enjoying, right?
Mhm.
Okay, give me a few seconds because this person is being really annoying.
Go for it. Yeah.
Alright, sorry about that. Where was I?
No worries. You were talking about just that it's been like frustrating to try to learn that.
Yeah.
But that like yeah, you're at a point where you want to climb out of Emerald.
Yeah, I feel like the Emerald 2 has been a really big wall for me.
Mhm.
So I have grown a lot of frustration and I fell ill because of it at certain
Mhm.
points. I try to find people to actually help me. Before I found the server, there wasn't anyone that was willing to do it right.
Sure.
So kind of glad that I had this coaching session today.
Hey, that's good. I'm glad that it could be helpful. Um, yeah, like I said, um, I think like my philosophy to coaching and improving is like I really want to help you work on the basic things that are in your control.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that like you can improve on each game, and that means you need to like break it down into specific things that you're doing. And one of the big things I'd recommend is thinking of those 2 times when to use your camera. One is hovering the lane that's close to you so you can impact it immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other is looking out ahead as you're walking back to a lane, because that can inform you whether you should instantly gank it or you should start farming your camps. Those 2 things are super easy because it's like it's like physically easier to move your camera there.
Mm-hmm.
In the lane that's close to you, all you have to do is just drag the camera to the edge of your screen a little bit because it's like close, right? You don't necessarily need to click on the minimap or use your F keys that much.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're walking out of lane or when you're recalling, you are doing nothing, right? So it's like you're not clearing a camp at the same time, so it makes it easier. If you want to do another coaching session like this or something in a week or 2,
Mm-hmm.
I'd also be happy to help you look at some of like the champion mechanics and things, because I noticed the fights that you took could have gone a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think especially in like Emerald through Diamond, there's just a lot of champion mechanics and fighting that people mess up. So I'd start thinking about that as well. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me like anytime.
Thank you very much. It's fine if we set up a session for next week.
Yeah. Do you want to do like same time?
Yeah, that should work.
Okay. Also in the evenings work fine for me as well. So
what works better for you? I think that's more like what I'm looking for right now.
I think optimal would be maybe a little bit earlier in the morning, if that works.
Yeah. What's next week? Let me see.
Is like 12 EST on Friday okay?
12 EST on Friday. Let me check. I'll cause I have a doctor's appointment to see if I'm gonna be fully recovered over my liver.
Okay.
But I will after I immediately contact the hospital. I'm probably gonna be looking to discuss.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hope that goes well for you, man.
Thank you very much. I hope so too. I need to eat more stuff. I would love to eat more stuff, and I would love to be medically clear to be able to compete again.
Yeah. Hey, that'd be amazing. Yeah, if you'd like, I have a couple more replays like that I just like have talked over or made notes on of myself. And so I can send those to you if you'd be interested in like taking a look at them throughout the week, just to see more of like my shot calling isn't like my decision making isn't perfect, obviously, but it might be helpful.
POV and mental process over the gameplay, it's always very helpful, so I would love to have them, please.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I can send you those. All right, well, I'm gonna get going. Last thing, if this was helpful, it's always good to mention something in the vouchers. Just yeah, I'm sure the other guy already talked to you about that, just to help grow the community. So, all right, I'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, bye-bye.
Ah shit, I forgot to turn off the stream.